You ever notice every time we record is like the extreme of the weather? So in the wintertime, it was snow
dumb cold,
or it
snow,
was stupid cold.
Yeah.
And summer has been hot.
Every
time we got to record.
It be hot as fuck. Every time we got to record.
Like, it ain't been 90 all week, and today it was 90.
Mm.
Or is 90. Or 88 now.
Yeah, it's hot as shit. Hot as shit, plus humidity.
That's the worst. Like, even this morning when I first went outside, it was a breeze. So it was like a warm breeze. I'm like, this feels all right.
Yeah.
And then the breeze stopped, the humidity took over.
Yep.
And now it's just fucking hot.
Fucking feel like somebody just breathing on the back of your neck all day. Fucking hot ass
With
breath.
bad breath.
Bad breath, yep. Fucking halitosis ass breath just breathing on you all day.
Shit. I guess we should just get this shit started.
Let's get it fucking popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Welcome back to the crib. I'm Rahmonn.
I'm Darien.
And you're tuned in to episode 26 of Warm the Crib Podcast.
26 episodes.
We still trying out here, guys.
Facts. And we are trying to create this content for y'all.
We appreciate everybody that watched those last 2 fuzzy-ass videos.
We appreciate all the love. Facts.
Yes. Shout out to my homie Rachel. I saw you watch the pod last week. Hope you continue to watch.
Big facts. Shout out to Mason. For telling Rahmonn he can hop on this cross-platform and play duty.
Yeah, shout out to Mason in general, because Mason is always one of the first people that watches.
Yep.
Facts. I think we could always count on your brother and Mason.
Yeah, that's
and probably
100%.
Malik are probably the first 3 watches.
Yep.
When it comes out.
Yeah, he be because Kick be showing us the video of him in his truck going break his shit or on his way to work.
And shout out to you too, Malik. Getting back to school. I miss Malik at work, man.
Oh man.
Malik,
he went back to school?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's a funny motherfucker.
Facts.
Yeah. We did it. It was weird last week or the week before without Zach, but we did it.
We got through it.
Shout out to my guy Zach. Facts. If you're still watching.
Shout out to you.
Think he watched?
Nah, I don't think he watched. He like, fuck them niggas. He like, I left for a reason. Fuck out of here. It's like nah.
Oh shit. But shout out to my guy Thriving. He's been streaming more, so I'm glad to see he's using his free time.
Yep, he catching wreck out there.
Free time, but he's streaming Mafia 3 the other night. I got a Mafia game.
Did you watch some of it?
I watched some of it.
Yeah.
It was hard to keep my attention. Plus, that was around dinner time. So Susan ain't gonna watch a video game stream.
That's not happening.
Nah.
Especially not while y'all eating. Nah.
How was your week?
My week was good.
Yeah?
It was a good week. What did we do? We did something. I forget what the fuck it was though. It was at the beginning of the week. Damn, I'm lost. I know Monday I got drunk as shit.
On a school night?
Yeah, well, it wasn't school yet. They started school.
No, I mean for you started work Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You go to work early too. Early as shit.
Yeah, I gotta be at work at 8:00.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not dumb early, but it's consistent. 8 o'clock Monday through Friday. Bruh,
jealous.
I ain't going back.
Sometimes
I ain't going back.
Sometimes I like the break in the middle of the week where you could cut the week in half, take a pause, and then you finish. But sometimes having 2 days off back to back is nice because you could bust your ass one day and then chill one day, whichever way you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of busting your ass, back to school.
I thought you was about to say you got gas bubbles.
Nah.
I was about to say.
I try and take care of that beforehand, smaller room for that kind of shit.
Hell no.
This is the peak week, so we had to work 6 days.
Yeah, them last minute motherfuckers for school is coming in.
Well, you still got one more week because I think I forget the district. I don't understand why there's so many school districts in a state that only has 3 counties.
Yeah.
Because I looked it up on the website. I'm like, why are there so many school districts and the state has 3 counties? But anyway, one more starts the 5th. So, but last week was the peak, and it was my 9th. Today is my first day off after working 9 days in a row. I was tired.
Yeah, I'd have been tired of shit too.
Tired, but
9 days. I'd have probably walked out on the 7th. I'm sorry.
I got this 369 book, and I'm not going to delve into that because that could be a whole podcast. But your brother had first talked to me about like Tesla's 369 theory.
Yeah.
And my BFF Trisha, she has it's like a journal and a book about like affirmations and manifesting, and it teaches you how to do it. So like in the morning you have to get up and write your 3 manifestations, and in the afternoon you write them 6 times, and then in the evening you write it 9 times right before bed. Bedtime routine, just like when Brittany was on. Bedtime routines are hard for me because I don't really go to bed. I fall asleep somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference. But I got to get better at doing like nighttime routine stuff, like for the skin. Shout out to Brittany too. Brittany was in the store. She bought a computer, and she said she's into conspiracy shit because I was showing her how to use the switch for the camera. She's like, I'm still putting tape on that. I'm like, why? She's like, if they want to get through it, they can see it. I'm like, it's a physical cover. She's like, no, I'm still putting tape on it. So she was telling me she's into conspiracy theory. So she said she'd love to come back on the show.
Oh, shit.
So we gotta have her back on the show. And she gave me some samples of that stuff we were talking about. So why don't you look through and see if there's anything you want.
That's a bet. That's a bet.
But yeah, so long week. But I feel ever since I've been doing it and I've been exercising, not every day, but way more consistent than and I felt better. Like I literally did. It's crazy how, some people exercise because they're trying to shape their body and stay healthy. It really does a lot for the mind too. So I just keep it up, be more productive.
Shit up.
Help today I wasn't productive as shit though, because I was like,
nah, I wouldn't have been either.
I'm
nigga,
gonna eat and relax.
9 days, I'm sitting on my ass all day.
You say I had the notes early this week, so it definitely helped me be more productive.
Facts.
What are you grateful for, sir?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for this podcast.
Okay.
Yep, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for the support we get, the notice that we're getting, and everybody basically paying attention to what we're doing and what we're trying to do. I'm grateful for.
I don't even think we ever talked about our purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can dive into that in a second. But just like, I think there's power in other people's stories and experiences, right? And just when we were getting to know each other, we both been through a lot. And for where we are, we've done well considering the challenges and the hurdles we had to overcome.
Yeah.
And you never know who may need to hear that and who it may help, right?
Facts. That's 100%.
And I think we were in agreement that we like sharing those stories to like younger people, older people, whoever could benefit from it. Yep. And that's kind of how we started.
Yeah. As long as you can get something from what we're trying to say, that's all it is.
And so the title "Warm the Crib" came from because we were struggling to figure out what we were gonna call the shit.
Facts.
And God, I forget the song I was listening to, but the guy in the song, one of the verses was he was talking about remembering back in the day when he had to light the stove to warm the crib. I remember I was driving, almost caused an accident because I had to immediately grab the phone like, D, I thought of the name. What do you think?
Yeah. That's real shit because motherfucker, I had to do that before. Like,
yep,
like,
same.
I know what that shit's like. So yeah, that's a fact.
So, and here we are, 26 episodes later.
26 episodes.
But I am grateful for my journey and in doing the affirmations and really thinking about it. It's a lot about some people talk about how you have to think positive and always speak positive, but it's about your actions too, right? And being honest with yourself and knowing that, yeah, I know what I want, but sometimes I fall short on the actions I need to get there, right? Like the social media shit, for example. I got to work on doing reels. I got to do reels and network more and shit. But the journey and learning, everything that I'm learning through my journey is what I'm grateful for. And everything that I've learned through my journey just of life is what I'm grateful for this week.
I hear that. That's something to be grateful for, 100%.
Yeah. Speaking of hot bars, tell me you heard Hove's verse on the Khaled album.
I didn't even hear the Khaled album.
It's what it sounds like. The album itself to me sounds like every other fucking Khaled album. But Hove established. I am tempted to pause this shit and let you hear the verse. Actually, you have your phone? You go to Spotify. Because you know I don't know how to work no Android shit. Vaguely.
Vaguely. Fuck you, nigga.
Vaguely.
What's it called?
God Did. I think that's the name of the album. It's the first song on the album. It's got your boy Wayne on it. It's got Rick Ross on it. But they rap for like 30 seconds. And then
God Did. That's
goes
probably
off.
the name of it.
Yeah.
It's
Hov
Rick Ross,
goes off.
Lil Wayne, Jay-Z.
Wait,
who's that? John
Android
Legend?
don't have a whatchamacallit port anymore either, do
I
it?
sure don't. I sure don't.
Fact. One moment. Uno momento, por favor.
Practicing for when you go to Cancun.
Niggas ain't know I speak Spanish too.
That's big facts.
That's also Jay-Z.
Oh shit.
Don't stop it there. Yo, I love how he does that shit where he be like, I ain't even gonna mention that. The way he just paused right in the middle of his verse and shit.
That shit was fire. That verse was fire.
It's crazy. Do you remember how we was talking shit about Jay-Z being 34 and needing to retire?
Like now he's still
34.
Yeah.
Plus 50. Still like it's gotta be verse of the year.
That's it.
Yeah, check out the whole shit. That was the only thing. And then Kiss has an interlude, and then he has a small part on the album. That's all I listen to.
I'm gonna listen to that shit.
That shit is fire.
I normally fuck with the people that Khaled get together.
Yeah,
that's the main reason why I listen to Khaled shit.
It just sound the same. Like sonically,
a lot of them do sound
like
the same.
All the other albums. So, plus my New York bias and shit.
Yeah.
Look at what I listen to.
yeah, mostly
the
New York
J verse and Jada's verse. Did you see? You might remember this from back in like 2012.
2012.
Manti Te'o, the football player. He was like a beast, Hawaiian dude. He was like a beast at Notre Dame. He was supposed to be like first round draft pick that year. He was going to be picked up to skip school. He decided to stay in school and stay with Notre Dame. And then his girlfriend died. His girlfriend and his grandmother died the same night. And he like dedicated the game to it, made a big deal about it. Well, it turns out the girlfriend was fake. You don't remember this?
No.
It was big news. What made me remember it is a documentary about it on Netflix.
Yeah.
So that was my documentary binge this week. And it's only 3 episodes, so it's really short. But so it turned out there was a guy that knew him that had this alternate lifestyle as a woman. So he might be like the first famous person to get catfished, this kid. But like he had never seen her. He was in love with her. And incidentally, the guy, Lene, the girl's name was Lene, the girlfriend was Lene. The guy who was portraying Lene on the internet actually is transgender now. So, but this fucked this kid's career up. Like even once he got, what did he end up? He got drafted to San Diego. But he never played like he used to play.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were thinking that he made the shit up just to get notoriety and be famous, not realizing he was because I remember back in the day, I said, well, first off, how the fuck can somebody catfish me for 6 months? Or whatever it was.
But shit, you seen catfish? Some motherfuckers be catfishing for years and shit.
Real talk.
I don't know how. That's stupid. That's dumb.
To have a whole relationship with somebody.
Like the moment I'm like, yo, we meeting up.
I like
you can't do it. Fuck it. I'm not giving my life up to fucking keep canceling every time. I'm like, all right, I'm done with it. You got 3 times. Baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. Get the fuck out of here.
Now I will say, it might be possible. Story time.
Story time. Oh shit.
So
dun, dun, dun.
Back when I worked at the hospital, whenever somebody got admitted to the hospital, you had to call in their pre-cert number to their insurance company. And this was back when Medicaid had come out with like managed care Medicaid, like the other managed care healthcare plans we get from our jobs. And so whenever somebody got admitted, you had to call the hospital and get what they called a pre-certification number, put in their chart so that the hospital would get paid for the services.
Right.
So there's most places you called, you got whoever was in queue and they picked up the phone. But us, because we were in Essex County, we always got the same rep. And this rep was mad chill.
Right.
And me and the rep would end up handling business. And then we would talk for a few minutes afterward. And every day it got longer and longer and longer and longer. Bro, I was in love with this chick. And I would talk to her for months. And then I remember the one time I said we were gonna finally meet up for drinks. And I remember telling my guy friend at work, like, yo, I don't care what she looks like. I'm in love with this chick. So I guess it's possible. That was my second wife. Now, we didn't get married right after that. It was many years later. But
that's hilarious.
So Who am I to say I would be above being catfished?
Yeah, that's true.
Today,
Yeah.
no. But, 20-something-year-old me.
Niggas, yeah. Young niggas, they ready with it, with whatever.
Yeah, but this kid, he wasn't like your typical, like, male teenager, where he's from. They're very, God, I forget. It's a Protestant religion, so they're Christian, but not Catholic.
Mm.
Because I remember he talked about having a hard time going to a Catholic school.
Mm.
So he was really, for lack of a better term, a goody two-shoes kind of kid, you know what I mean? So I guess that was fine for him taking a long time and not, because after, if I fall in love with you, I want to be intimate at some point, right?
Yeah.
And I doubt 6 months would go by that I'm not going to try nothing.
Nah, yeah.
But
yeah, hell no.
Yeah.
6 months.
But it was a really interesting story. It really sucks.
You know how backed up you are after 6 months, nigga? God
Yes.
damn.
But more importantly, I mean, millions of dollars of earnings and income from his ability.
Nice as shit, yeah.
Done. Check it out. It's really kind of sad. It's called Untold, The Girlfriend That Didn't Exist.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Girlfriend That Didn't Exist.
They have a whole bunch of stories. I guess it's Untold Company, but this one is called The Girlfriend That Didn't Exist. Well, I had forgotten about it, and I remember when this came out in the news, and everybody was clowning him because they just assumed he made it up, or how dumb could you be?
Yeah.
So, that was pretty good. I started watching the John McAfee documentary, but I think I fell. It was only an hour and 45, and I think I fell asleep. It was one night after working my 7th or 8th day in a row, so I didn't make it the whole way. But that was a wild boy. You know who he is?
No, I was about to ask you that.
He's the guy who created McAfee antivirus.
Oh shit!
And he became a millionaire. And I'm surprised they still call it McAfee just from what I learned about this dude. But like, he was living in Belize. He allegedly killed his neighbor. Went on a run. Called this documentary crew to follow him around while he snuck into Guatemala. And then he did some other shit. Got back into the United States. Now, I know currently he's not alive, and I guess that's the part that I'm missing from the documentary, because I missed like the last 30 minutes of it after he got back into America and he started doing some other crazy shit. But that was a wild boy. That one's interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which makes me wonder, to tap into your level of genius, think about some of the people that we've regarded as geniuses, right? Whether it be a musical genius or academic genius. Think about like the weird things about them, or at least to us common folk, what seems weird to them.
I'm just saying, certain things I don't want to tap into.
Right?
Like, I don't want to tap into the type of genius that R. Kelly has. That shit's crazy.
That's funny, because I thought of R. Kelly. Michael Jackson.
Like, yeah.
Not arguably a musical genius. Kanye West. Genius. He was floating around the news cycle too.
Shit.
His new clothing line. He
making fun of
He wasn't making fun of.
No, they said it. Somebody
he promoted it in garbage bags or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And people were like, it's insane.
But I don't know. The Yeezy line looks like homeless wear. So, like, if he presenting it in garbage, man, that's disrespectful, nigga. Like, he presenting that shit in garbage bags, and it looks like homeless clothes.
What makes it look like homeless clothes?
The holes in the fucking droopy ass collars.
Today, but we wear holes and shit.
Nigga, my hole got a patch with some other fabric under it. Nigga, it's not just regular ass holes. I'm not out here. The holes on them shit look like
embarrassed to
the holes on the clothes that he makes look like somebody rubbed them shits out. That's what it looks like. That shit's horrible. Like,
you know what? Next time I go to the mall, I haven't been in a Gap in years. I want to go in the Gap just to see what this shit looks like.
Yeah, you got to. I ain't been in a Gap in years either.
I can't even remember. Newport
I don't
Mall,
even know. Yeah.
1994 was probably the last time I was in a Gap.
God damn, a year after I was born.
Thanks for always reminding me.
Y'all hear a year after I was born. God damn, you was in a Gap. About to buy some shit as a grown ass man. That's
excuse me, barely a grown ass man. I was what, 18? 18, 19? Something like that.
Legally,
no kids yet, so
legally, you a grown ass man. Once you hit 18, they don't play no fucking games with your ass.
what did he say? He's like, y'all just don't understand my vision. I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you want to do something and somebody just didn't understand your vision?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then the thing that we most often do is so we conform.
Mm.
Instead of going with our crazy thing or going with,
we adjust to what they think.
like
or
for
what
years,
they want.
everybody thought I was going to be an engineer because I was smart, like a electrical engineer. That was what I was told. So much so that even when I finally decided to go back into my passion for music, I mean, there's pictures of me as a kid with instruments. Like I always was fascinated by the creation of music.
Mm.
And when you hear it so many times from other people, if you allow it, which I did, right? You don't want to disappoint your family and, people who you think know best. That when I started doing it for myself, I'd have times of doubt and I'm like, maybe they're right. And I'd have to beat that shit out of my head because I would always let it say, well, like, let's say I'm trying to make something and it's just sounding like shit. And I'm like, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of times with that, you gotta think about it. When the person that's down talking what you're trying to do, where in the fuck are they at in life? A lot of times,
you're right.
You like, I'm not taking your advice. like I'm not gonna be like that. But
even if it was like, if Kanye West said to me, he's like, yeah, this isn't for you.
Oh,
why should I listen to him? I mean,
that is true.
Why should you listen to him? But
yeah, because it's not his opinion that matters. It's what you take on what you're trying to create.
I believe anybody who decides they want to do something and decides they're willing to put in the work, the effort, and the sweat equity
about you
to do it, they could do it. It's unfair for people to tell them they shouldn't do it.
Nah, you shouldn't.
When my oldest went to school for art, he is gifted musically, right? He can sing. I used to be envious of that because that's the one talent I would love to trade something else for, to be able to sing.
I would love to sing.
And he can sing. And so we assumed he was going to go into school for something musical or video games because he's so knowledgeable about like just the history of video games. He wanted to go to school for animation. Seeing the pictures you have, can't really draw. But he did it. And he busted his ass and he did it. You know what I mean? And nobody ever said to him, I don't think you should do that. I kept my opinion about it to myself. That's what you want to do? All right, let's go find a place for you to learn to do it. So, that's how I think people should be handled like that.
Yeah.
And maybe say, hey, put yourself in a circle with somebody else who does it so that you have some advice and you have some help through the process. Or whatever. But
if you're passionate about
mentorship.
No, that's facts. If you're passionate about it, seek someone who's passionate about the same thing, or look for someone who's passionate about you learning what you need to get better and what you want to do.
Like my next project is I'm gonna get your pen out of retirement. I got you to come do the podcast.
It's funny you say that.
And I let that settle.
I was gonna tell you, give me a couple of beats and I'm gonna cipher through them. I'm gonna figure something out.
All right.
Because I said that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck around and just try to come out. And then that way that'd be something we can just play on here whenever we want.
Or at least if at the minimum you can say you did it. You know what I mean?
If it's good, yo, I'm gonna need y'all to not fucking let me have it if my shit not good, all right? My pen hasn't wrote in a good 13 years.
Oh damn!
I was young, like we was consistent, making songs every day, all in the room, like everybody. My wife used to sing. My sister sang. Me and her brother.
Wait, your wife can sing?
Mm-hmm.
We got to get these talents on this camera.
She's gonna be the one that's hard to convince.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But think about how dope that is. Off.
You write some dope shit and then she sing the fucking hook to it?
That's what I was thinking.
Come on.
That'd be fucking fire.
We don't have to record it, T. Listen, you come in here, we'll turn the lights, whatever your favorite color is, have the vibe going. You just close your eyes and fucking sing. Sing into the mic and I got the rest.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. But that ass.
I'm gonna be a pain in the ass about this.
I ain't gonna be hitting me every day. So you got any bars yet?
You got this beat at lunchtime. What do you think?
That's facts though.
Do you see the shit about the black professor? He had gotten his house appraised.
Yeah. I actually seen, I don't know if it's the same one, but I seen another one like that. It's the same exact situation happening.
Let's see, guys. Let's see. Should have put my contacts in so I could read that far. Because my phone is now a video camera, so I can't look at my notes. But
472, 750.
Yeah. He had it appraised and they appraised it for 472. He went back, had one of his friends who's also a professor, pretend like he was the homeowner, and he took down like, personal pictures.
Yeah.
And they went
gave him
almost 300,000 more.
Yep.
that poses an interesting question for me that I thought about today. Not today. The other day I was thinking about it. Hear me out. What if the world can't survive? Like, you know how people talk about we get to this point where this is this utopia and everybody's equal and everything is matched, right? What if we're just not built that way? Like, look at animals, right? They don't discriminate because they don't have any reasoning ability. They act all on instinct, right? But there's still hierarchy of animals, right? Is that why we behave the way we behave? Even down to like when you look at certain movies, like I remember in The Matrix when he was talking to the computer, the architect, and he said the first version of The Matrix was this perfect utopia, but the human brain kept rejecting it. It wouldn't work. People wouldn't stay in the sleep because it didn't seem right.
Yeah,
because everything was perfect and real. What if that's how we're designed?
Oh shit! That's why that saying is too good to be true always. Because you can't trust anything that's too good.
And how many times have you looked at something and said, nah?
Yeah, a lot, motherfucker.
Like, maybe miss some opportunities because you're like, nah.
I'm like, nah, I don't think that's going to work out like that.
Nope.
Fuck that. Yeah, that is true. Damn. You just dropped me with some shit. That is true.
Like, could the world really survive? Like, if you took a whole bunch of us and cleared history. Well, you really couldn't clear history because I wouldn't want to go to a new planet with no technology and live like apes and shit. But if you put a bunch of people in a secluded area, different races, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. Oh, this is going to be controversial.
Oh, shit.
What if you took religion out of it?
That's a lot of the problem. I said that. Hold on. That's I'm sorry, but nah. But
that
you
start
true,
thinking
though.
about people's differences.
Because that's one of the main. I was just about to say that. That's one of the main things war is over is religion.
Or at least that's what is used as the defining reason, like the rationale of why we're fighting this people. They don't believe what we believe.
Yeah, it's all It's always about somebody trying to force somebody else's opinion on you.
But I would love to see that experiment. Hey, somebody write a movie about that. I gotta start writing these down in my brainstorming book, wherever the hell it is.
Probably should.
I was in my bag. That's another thing I want to do. I want to finish writing that screenplay.
Yeah.
See, we need a grant so that we can put less time into work and put more time into creative endeavors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine us being able to drop like 3 episodes a week on y'all.
3 episodes a week. Work on UNT's husband-wife album.
He said,
notice I see.
Nigga said the album. God damn.
Give a nigga inch, you want to take a whole mile.
Nigga mentioned it. He like, all right, I got all this set up for y'all. That's what it is. That's funny as shit.
10 tracks. I started working on the cover art last night.
Nigga ain't even write one bar yet. Motherfucker done got the next 3 albums set up. Motherfucker.
I'm telling you, my brain is ambitious. It's just the way I see shit. Speaking of seeing shit, when did it become okay to not? I understand not everybody's job is not for everybody. But I am so sick of people just deciding this ain't for me, but never call. Like, that's punk shit to me.
What?
So you started a job, you don't like it. Do you just leave?
No. See, the thing I feel about that's the same thing. All right. I wouldn't just leave a job only because I know we're having good track records with jobs. He's supposed to, give you 2 weeks and all that other stuff. But if y'all plan on letting me go, I don't get 2 weeks.
That's fair. And I'm not saying you have to give the 2 weeks.
But
right? The 2 weeks used to be so that you got paid. That's where the whole 2 week thing came in, so that you got paid your due vacation time. That was the whole reason for the 2 weeks. Plus, it's a courtesy to allow the employer to find somebody different.
It's basically I gotta give 2 weeks.
Most companies you gotta give your 2 weeks so you can get any leftover vacation time.
That's some fuck shit. Hold on, that's some fuck shit.
That's okay.
But if y'all fire my ass, it's just
right, and you don't get the vacation time. So I don't even have a beef with the 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but just to know that you're scheduled.
Oh yeah, but you don't say nothing to nobody.
Never come back.
Oh,
and then when somebody calls you to make sure
you
God forbid something tragic didn't happen.
Yeah,
and you just never show up again. It happens so often. I used to think it was like an exception. It happens so often. It's unbelievable. And I always look at it like
young
this.
motherfuckers, ain't it?
It is. But I always look at it like this. Even if let's take Mason, right? I'm Mason's supervisor. So the fuck what, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Mason happens to be working at a company that I go to apply to later.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way I would as a hiring manager and look and go, oh wait, this person worked the same place you worked at. Did you work with Darien when you worked there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he was a fuck boy. He never came to work.
Exactly.
He was late. Or even the other option of it, Mace has an aspiring career to be in cybersecurity, and let's say I want to go to him to manage one of his offices or to get service, and he's like, no, fuck him. He just dipped and he was an asshole and he didn't do any work. So you never know. Forget the company, right? Forget the company.
You never know when that interaction is
going to help you. The other people that you interact with, you don't know how that's going to affect you down the line.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense, because that's like a lot of them stories where somebody was fucking with somebody when they was younger, and then later down the line they in a much better position than them and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can definitely see that.
It's just so
and
rude.
Fucking this world's so fucking small. This shit.
We're in the state of the world where we have the most ways to communicate with other people and communicate the least. And I see people on their phone all the time. They're walking around talking like they can't go in the store to shop without continuing their. I'm not FaceTiming you while I'm walking around the store.
Nah.
I'm not holding the phone in my face walking around the store.
Nah.
But that's something that grinds my gears, and I don't get it. Just say, yo, I don't fuck with this. Yeah, it's fine.
Just say I'm not with this. I can't do this. Something. Don't just leave motherfuckers on a limb.
And this person, the last person to do it the other day, looked like they were gonna work out great. And then I started looking inward, right? Like, did I say something?
Was it my fault?
I was just the last shift they had. I was coaching them on protection plans.
Facts. Like, was I disrespectful or something? Did I ruin something?
That wasn't it. Kind of like you said, I know it wasn't me. Yeah. Like, I know it wasn't that, but like,
in your opinion, it wasn't.
Touche, motherfucker. Yeah, but crazy.
That shit's ass.
What else we got up there on the list? Can
I?
Oh,
that virtual rapper.
Did you? Since we put this on the thing. So if you don't know and you haven't been on social media or read any paper or anything, I just looked at you because I remember I was going to send you something. Capitol Records have put a proposal to sign a virtual AI rapper named Meka, Meka, or however you spell Meka. It. It's Meka. I don't know if you spell it Meka or Meka.
Yeah.
But
effing something, motherfucker.
The virtual AI looks very fair skinned. Almost like it could be white. But drops the N-word a lot.
Yeah, and I seen something recently that said that, I don't know if it's true, but it said like 10 days after he was signed, they dropped his ass because of the controversy shit.
They were getting all that heat.
Yeah, like it's also a white person who controls it, and he's making them drop the N-word so much. That's why it was so much controversy.
But since that, dude whose voice it is came out, and dude ain't get no paperwork, no contract, nothing, and he was supposed to have equity in it.
They just used his shit and ran with it.
They used his shit and ran with it. And he said he was going to keep quiet about it and just let it ride. But here's what's crazy. And we talked about this with jobs, right? But when we start letting AI take things, see, I get it. The computer can predict the algorithm, right? There's certain chords, like when you're playing chords, chords that evoke a certain emotion, right?
Yeah.
Minor chords are very emotional, and major chords sound very upbeat and happy, and you can use that to formulate the emotion you want to convey in your song. And then just through the course of history of what people like, sure, you can get a program to predict what people might like. But this was my whole beef with the radio too, when the radio plays the same songs over and over again. What about the person who tries something that's not the most popular or tries something different, right? Because everybody loves something and everybody hates the same thing people love, everybody hates it. So do you take all the creativity out of it if we start having AI create music for us?
Yeah, nah, I'm not with that shit.
And then to have a record label go and try and
sign this motherfucker though.
And then leave out the black brother who gave them the voice.
That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit.
Shame.
That is so disrespectful.
But it happens. But this is why I keep saying, like, passion makes a big difference, man, because you've heard some modern rappers say, I only do this for money, and then they go on and use that money to do other things. versus people who do it passionately. Like I've always said that there are great artists who perform but don't write. But I can just tell, and I love the artists that write. Like, the age-old thing, Mary J. Blige makes her Beck's music when she's in pain, right? Because she translates that pain to pen and to music, and you just get these emotional, phenomenal songs. Like when she first got married, everybody was like, that album wasn't her greatest because she was happy. They used to say that they used to say that about Aretha Franklin back in the day too. Like if you ask your parents, when she was going through some shit in her life, she made her greatest music compared to when she was happy.
Because that's that pain. Or that pain come out. That's what everybody wants to see or hear, that pain.
Oh yeah. We're voyeurs, the humans. Yeah. Must be part of our condition.
Humans are fucking Neanderthals.
Why we can't live in a utopian society.
They're always seeking something negative.
Or exciting or drama. Like for years ago, you know how people used to post fights on the internet? I would refuse to watch them.
Like, I ain't watched fights for a minute.
I don't want that to become popular, like street fights and shit. I don't want that to become popular in what, people are known for. Going off on a tangent. But yeah, fuck this AI making you. Even there's a program called Lander that if you don't know how to master your music, it's an AI program that'll master your songs. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, they don't sound bad. I've heard some Lander mastered songs. They don't sound bad.
Right.
But it's going by a set of rules and predictions. But what if I do something like I've said before, like when you make music, you learn the rules and then you learn how to break the rules for the creative thing you're trying to get across. AI is not going to get creative. Well, maybe if it gets smart enough, maybe. What was the homeboy, the Google researcher that found the sentient AI? Maybe the AI can learn to be creative and make music.
Found Lambda.
Yeah, Lambda. I always think of, when I hear Lambda, I always think of Revenge of the Nerds, the movie from back in the 80s. Lambda.
That was that shit.
That's pretty much all I had this week. Anything else you got?
It was something. I forgot. I forget a lot of shit. Y'all already know that. Simple as that. It was something about one of these topics.
I did see the thing about the robots. I guess we talked about AI so much, about the robots in China that have replaced wait staff.
So does that mean you got to tip higher? Or do you not think
you don't have to tip at all? That's a great question.
Or do they just add an extra $200 on your bill, like for AI? Yep, gratuity. AI gratuity.
Like, who gratuity? I ain't ordered this.
That's what the cost for the maintenance for this AI is.
Remember the first time you ordered at a place and they automatically put that shit in?
Oh yeah. Like, what's this gratuity? I didn't have none of that. I didn't need that tonight. That wasn't on my plate. Like, fuck is you talking about? I don't know. 18%. I don't know what that is. You bugging.
Do you tip no matter what?
I do, yeah.
That was one of the things that was going around, like the people who post like learn how to tip.
Yeah.
And I think Kyle had said it the best, like, yeah, but we don't know what the service was like.
Yeah.
Do you still tip if you have bad service?
If I tip no matter what, but if I have bad service, you getting like $1.
Yeah, something small.
Yeah, something small.
Because I know they only make something an hour.
I might even drop 2 quarters on that bitch. That's okay. Like, but
I think I've only had service bad like that one time.
I don't think I ever had it like that.
Oh, Susan's not here. I'm gonna tell you a funny story, and we're gonna end on this note. There was this, I guess you could call it like a diner. It wasn't a diner, but it was like diner-like food. It was cheap breakfast. When we first started dating, we would go there. So Susan's not a jealous person. She don't get jealous really at all. It's very far and few between, right? And one time, we felt like the waitress was flirting with me. Not me, because we discovered last week that I have a pipe dream, but it's not true. But this time it was real, right? But so much so, like, when she came to the table, and it's funny because Susan was paying this particular time too. And like, we're sitting here at the table. Imagine we're sitting across from each other. And she's like, what would you guys like to have? But she turns away from her and she's looking at me. And every time she comes to the table, she's kind of got her back tilted toward her and just talking to me.
Yeah, that's
she was hot. And I think that was the last time I remember seeing somebody get a smaller tip.
Nope. She'd have got her ass beat that day.
I thought she was
going to. I'd have been like, talk to her. I'd have straight looked at her. I'd have straight looked at my wife like, you know what I want. Go ahead, order it. Like, fuck that.
My dumb ass, I didn't think she was going to get mad about it. So I thought this shit was funny. And I was like laughing about it at the table. She's like, it's not funny.
Yeah, they don't play that shit.
I guess I was flattered that never happened to me before. See, I was the kid who was like always
lucky,
looked
man. Funny looking niggas don't get that experience like that. It's like,
that's what I was gonna, no, but that's what I was gonna say. I was always like the big brother type, or the guy looked over, the nice guy. So I think I've grown addicted to attention as I've gotten older. Like when I think about some dumb decisions I made, it was because attention.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm one of those chicks. I like attention.
Yeah, attention whore.
Not as much. I used to be.
As much.
Now I know better.
He done attention whored himself out. Good time.
I don't want no attention. I'm fine low key.
Yeah.
What's your final thought, sir?
My final thought.
In the microphone, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
I got to fix your mic. I noticed it keeps slumping.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
Maybe your breath bad. The mic's
like, fuck
no.
You, nigga.
Mike's like, no, thank you.
Motherfucker Mike melting. Oh, shit. My final thought is do the best you can to make the world a better place. Make sure you love the person next to you and treat everybody how you want to be treated, and continue to grind and do what you want in life, because nobody's going to support you. You got to do it yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Thug shit. It's like, nah.
My final thought, similar to last week, except we were talking about friends. This time we're talking about employee relationships. You don't like the job, that's fine. You don't want to give 2 weeks, that's fine. Just tell somebody.
Yeah.
Just don't not show up. People schedule. As far we all know the job market's thin, and you know if we hired you, we selected you because of a set of talents. Huh?
You're hurt. I said you're hurt.
It keeps happening. I'm tired.
I can see that.
I'm tired. Imagine you own a football team.
Yeah.
Right? See? Imagine I gotta tighten that shit. My bad.
Yeah,
imagine you own a football team and none of your players show, so you on the fucking field running plays.
Yeah.
I signed up to be a coach. That's what my job description is.
Oh.
And I don't mind.
And that's the truth. Because if you ain't got no players, it's not like the coach gonna hop in the game and play. Like
they gonna forfeit. I don't have an option to forfeit. The game has to be played regardless.
Now I got out here call the plays and run the plays.
And we could talk for 3 podcasts about
that shit was get extended like a motherfucker.
But in any event, make sure you keep and get your shit together, your self-care, your happiness, your inner peace, and your time management. Check out that book, 369 Journal. It's really cool.
What was it? The documentary.
Oh, the Untold Story, The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist was a good one. And I think it's called Life with the Devil or On the Run with the Devil, the John McAfee story.
Okay, yeah.
But they're both of them are on Netflix. So after you finish watching this, go back and listen to it. And if you listen to it first, go back and watch it afterward. I guarantee you will pick up something that you missed the first time.
Big facts. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all of our social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, @WarmTheCrib. On TikTok, we are Warm the Crib Podcast. Make sure y'all stick with us, give us that support, and we appreciate it all the way.
Thank you guys. Until next week, for episode 27, we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.